Well, here is my new project, and it is going to be an emergency communications pole, an antenna pole, and I've done it up so that it's going to be portable enough to be able to break down into pieces and still fit inside the back of a pickup truck. Unlike a push-up pole, which is pretty long and is going to be very hard to transport, this breaks down into sections. The only fixed part on here is this directional Yagi for 440, and that separates down right here at the top. Right here is where coax cables will come from an Omni up top and the Yagi, and I'm also going to string a slinky antenna for HF there. All those three coax will end up going down in here. So as you assemble the tower, what will happen is you'll thread the coax down through each section and assemble it up till you get where you want it to be. And then towards the bottom, of course, these sections are all done 5-foot sections with guys on the major couplings to hold it down in place. And then farther on down here, there's another coupling with more guys. So you'll end up having 3 guys. I've got extra lengths here where you can take the 4-foot lengths of PVC and add a second section, as with the 3-inch section of PVC. So the total tower height can be up to 30 foot. And the bottom, I've just serrated that off so that when you go to start to actually plant and guide the antenna, once you've got it up into the air, you can just jam that down into the ground, and that'll anchor the bottom. It'll also give you an opportunity to feed coax lines out through there without pinching the coax. The coax will stay protected through the whole length of the pole and allow you emergency communications on VHF, UHF, and HF with the slinky antenna. The slinky antenna, I'm going to slide the 2 of the top tether guys through the slinky itself, so basically you'll be hanging an inverted V off of the end. Okay, now I'm going to start assembly of it. As you can see, I've got it all broken down now. So one of the first portions that I'm going to assemble is I've already labeled the coax 1, 2, and 3, so I can figure out what goes to what. We'll just snake these guys down here, get them to the top end. And then here's a big honker, which I'll snake into there also. Now, once I've got these out into this section, I've got 2 different colors rather, of straps. The red strap is tied to the directional end of the Yagi, so that way it's just a way to remind you which way you're going to go with that. And let's see. Number 1, I think I'm going to take all the way up to the dipole. And when I put this out on site, I'll probably have some zip ties handy to wrap the coax to make it a little easier. As you can see, right through this little slot right here, is I'll be able to route the coax through. Make sure I got my holes lined up, which I do. And then this carriage bolt and wing nut assembly just keeps these unglued pieces together. You're going to rely on the weight of the poles themselves, and of course we'll have the guide off. You can see that's going to let the coax come in to the pole without any binding. Keep that nice and clean up there. And now I'll thread it through the other sections and get the pole ready to go up. I'm going to try to do this one by myself, so I only have out about 25 foot. But I'm going to use a pulley, so we may have some world's funniest video here, you never know. Well, I've got the rig up, and it's about roughly about 15 foot. There's a weak point I've got, and that's right there at the juncture between the final antenna stub and that 2-inch section coming down. So I'm going to have to work on that. I'm probably going to shorten the stub entirely and make that a fixed point up there on that one. I don't know. I'll have to think on that one. But all in all, I've got it guide down. Wasn't able to get the final section underneath there, but with a 3-man operation, 3 or 4-man operation, you'd be able to get that under there okay. And as long as you've got it guide down properly, you're in good shape. The PVC is going to be strong enough. But you have to have a good 3-point guy on it in order to work. I'll hit the 440 repeater tonight, and I'm about to fire up the 2-meter and see what sort of load I can get on the slinky antenna, if I can pull it down a little bit.